Welcome everyone to day 5 of David's Tea's 24 Days of Tea 2024 edition. And as you can tell, my voice is a little bit better than it was yesterday. It's a little less sore. I had some throat coat tea earlier by Traditional Medicinals, which always seems to help a sore throat, right? But we are back for 24 Days of Tea, and I'm being a little bit rebellious with this one because for day 5, we have a tea that's called After Dinner Mint. Should probably show you the back where the title is, right? Not the front where the tin is. Now, I say I'm being a little bit rebellious because don't tell anyone I'm having this tea before dinner. I don't know if that's allowed, if that's legal, but my dinner's in the oven, right? So maybe there's a little bit of leeway there. But yes, this is After Dinner Mint. This is a fruit infusion that has apple, for some reason, chamomile, fennel seeds, peppermint, licorice root, black currants, and natural flavoring, including rose petals. So I find this an interesting mixture of tea because for some reason you got the apple in there again. But this has everything that really helps your body calm down and really I think is great for digestion, which is probably why this is After Dinner Mint. You know, you got your chamomile, your fennel seeds. Peppermint is great for so many things. Licorice root, black currants, I guess rose petals for a little bit of a floral arrangement. I'm a big fan of mint, right? David's Tea used to, I don't know if they still do, they had North African mint, which was one of my favorite mint teas of all time. I know mint might not be for everyone, but this might just be for me. So when we take a couple scents off of it, the one thing that I notice immediately is that scent of mint coming out, and I'm definitely all for it. But what I'm wondering is how this is actually going to taste, because a lot of mint teas I've had are usually mixed with like a black tea, or they're mixed with a green tea, or they're just straight peppermint. With this having chamomile, fennel seeds, and all the other ingredients in it, really, is there something I need to be ready for with trying this? Because those are all very interesting flavors. You know, your apple and your black currant in itself can give it a little bit of a fruity aroma, but then you have your licorice root and your fennel, which licorice and fennel kind of smell the same. But enough of that. It's time to get to the sip test. That's interesting. That's interesting. I like that. So of course, you get that mintiness, right? As you would expect. Your mouth just feels cold while drinking this in a weird way, because, you know, it's a hot tea, but it's mint. But behind all that mintiness, I do taste a little bit of that apple. And there's an odd kind of sweet undertone to this tea. And I'm saying "and" a lot because it's really baffling me. I like it. I definitely like it. And I think the reason these other flavors are in here, if I'm going to be honest, is to not make it as minty as a traditional peppermint tea. It gives it a different kind of vibe to it. And I like what they're doing here. Me still having a little bit of a sore throat, peppermint is going to be great for that, right? Your fennel seeds are going to be great for that. This is a mint, like I said, that has that sweetness, has that little bit of that licorice-ishness to it in the background, and it makes for a really delectable tea. You know, this being called After Dinner Mint, I can see this being the perfect after dinner tea, especially in the winter. You know, a lot of these teas I love being able to say, especially in the winter after, you know, I critique them a little bit because it's supposed to fit the vibe, right? You know, I'm already almost halfway done with this tea, and I really, really like the combination that they have here because it kind of doesn't feel like it should work, even though it absolutely does. After Dinner Mint, I can see this being like a fireplace tea. You know, and I say that meaning like I could see the fire being on while sipping this tea and like reading a book. I said that for another tea in here too. I think it was day 1. But this just reminds me of, like, oddly enough, the days when I was like a young child and like the Christmas feeling that would come at that time. And that's why I think I like this a little bit. Like, I could imagine watching like the Nutcracker Suite or March of the Wooden Soldiers while drinking this tea, and I would probably just be like super happy with it. Again, to reiterate, it's a fruit infusion, so there's no caffeine to this. So this is kind of a tea I could see myself drinking late at night and then just passing out. You got your chamomile in it, so it's gonna relax you, or hope to relax you, depending what kind of day you've had. Chamomile is great for that. Peppermint is great to relax after a long day. And let's just say, it's been a long day so far. I have dinner in the oven, as I mentioned earlier, and that's what's coming next, because my review of after dinner mint is another 2 thumbs up. A great kind of minty tea with semi undertones of licorice, of chamomile, a little bit of sweetness from the black currants and the apple. It all comes together in a package that I'm quite surprised. This tastes like a tea I would also drink when I'm sick, and I probably would feel fantastic at the end of the day. So if you're following along, what do you think of day 5? After dinner mint. Is this a drink you could see yourself drinking after dinner? What situations do you think this tea would be perfect? Leave those thoughts always in the comment section down below. As always, guys, until tomorrow for day 6, I will see you later. Drink your tea, steep it up, and enjoy it. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.